This was Hezbollah. The mainstream media and the government are going to try to run out 1,000 different narratives about this, but it was Hezbollah. One of the biggest complaints from the families has been, why is the rescue effort going so slowly? Why are they moving so methodically, so painstakingly? Don't they know that the first 48 to 72 hours is critical? There were people losing their minds over this. They are afraid of unexploded ordnance underneath the rubble. This building was supposed to come down completely, and it didn't. And you can almost see in this picture, if you look closely at it, the building is still teetering. The building has shifted. And this has always truly been the goal of Hezbollah terrorists. It's never been to totally collapse buildings. It's been to create these nightmares like this. It's Maquis asymmetric warfare tactics 101. There's a guy on the ground. There's actually a team on the ground, from Israel. The leader is Golan Vach. That's the guy's name. He was on the ground for the EMEA bombing. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't know anything about the EMEA bombing. It was in Argentina. It was many years ago. Hezbollah attacked an Israeli-Argentine Mutual Friendship Association. Here's an image from that attack. This is what they did there. And here's the kicker. Do you know why they bombed this building? They bombed this building because the Argentinians pulled out of their Iran nuclear deal. Yep, that's right. The Argentinians had a deal years ago to share nuclear technology for peaceful purposes, of course, with the Iranians, and they realized they were being played, and they pulled out of the deal, and then there was this bombing. There would be no other reason for the IDF to be on the ground in Florida unless they were looking for evidence of Hezbollah involvement. Now, this is from a couple days ago. This is 27 June. The EMEA bombing. Suicide van bomb attack on the Asociación Mutual Israelita Argentina. Building in Buenos Aires, Argentina, 18 July 1994, killing 85 people and injuring hundreds. The bombing is Argentina's deadliest terrorist attack to date. And, of course, the reason that they talk about here is, of course, the nuclear technology transfer contract to Tehran, 25 October 2006. Argentine prosecutors Alberto Nisman and Marcelo Martinez Burgos formally accused the government of Iran directing the bombing and the Hezbollah militia of carrying it out. Argentina had been targeted by Iran after Buenos Aires' decision to suspend a nuclear technology transfer contract to Tehran. Now, people have tried to go back and forth on this and say, well, this was the reason, this wasn't the reason, it was really a setup, all this kind of stuff. 2 years to the day before the event in Surfside, Florida, the President of the United States at that time, Donald Trump, levied heavy-duty sanctions on Iran, and we pulled out of our quote-unquote nuclear deal. 2 years to the day, 25 years to the day, the Hezbollah attack on the Khobar Towers. Marine Corps barracks in the Middle East. These people are very, very methodical in what they do. They're playing the long game. And as if that wasn't enough, this was 14 June that the governor of Florida was a hop, skip, and a jump from where this occurred, with some pretty heavy-duty anti-Iran rhetoric going on, very pro-Israel rhetoric. And this rabbi announced our governor in Florida as a future world leader.
The great governor Future world leader.
The great governor and future world leader. You can find this on my YouTube page. It says Battle Alert, California versus Florida Culture War just went hot, and we're going to actually do a video over on YouTube talking about that in detail today. Because there's new information now, California has banned travel to Florida. So things are heating up pretty intensely. But mark my words, this and this are directly tied. Everything has fallen into place. The dates, the location, the partial collapse, the slow pace of the rescue effort, the Israelis on the ground. They're going to start to run out image after image after image, showing you this picture from underneath the building that shows this leaking, or the swimming pool was this, or the slab was that, or the parking garage this other. And they're going to talk about grift and corruption and all this other stuff, and it's all going to be distraction. And they're going to use a lot of it. They've already run out this make-believe story about McAfee, which would make no sense. If you had 31 terabytes of hard drive information that you wanted released in the case of your death, why would you collapse the building on top of it? Makes no sense. But if you're here, you've probably already realized that that story makes no sense. So, AMIA, A-M-I-A. Hezbollah attacks Argentina after they pull out of a nuclear deal. 2 years after we do, they attack us. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. They recognize Ron DeSantis as more of a threat to their interests on the world stage than Joe Biden, who, by the way, now has announced that he's going to be traveling to Florida, of course, to push his infrastructure deal, as if this would have mattered. As if it would have mattered. So, anyway, just another piece of the puzzle falling into place. The story is going exactly like 9/11 did. So, you can look up, it's not very hard to go to Google search or any other search, whatever search you want to, an AMIA bombing 1994 Hezbollah. It's not hard to find. AMIA. This is the key. Anyway, thank you for being here. I very much appreciate it. Thousands of you have, literally thousands, are signing up here at Patreon. So we will keep on top of this. God bless. Have a good week. Like, share, subscribe.